Hello everybody, I'm the wielder of the Triforce of Countdowns, and today I thought I would come on and talk to you a little bit about some of my thoughts on the new Breath of the Wild sequel trailer. And I thought this was a really nice little trailer. Didn't show too much of the story or anything, or didn't show us things that we didn't want to see, we wish we hadn't seen or had that visual shown to us without playing the game ourselves. It just gave us what we wanted to see, mainly the world, what's changed in it, some of the new gameplay. So yeah, I mean, it didn't show us really too much about the story or dungeons or anything, and we still have no idea about a lot of things, like playable Zelda. Um, but from the trailer, you can clearly see that it has the potential to be the set piece for a sprawling new story where there are big things happening. Just that first shot in the sky, and you know that this could be very big. Uh, there's a lot they could do with this. And the way that Link is looking, you can see in the trailer that he definitely has something going on with his arm. Maybe some corruption, or just it might not be corrupting him. It might just be perhaps where his items come from. Speaking of items, they did give us some confidence that they will be changing things up at least a little bit and adding at least a few new things. We saw that with it almost looked like stasis, that spiked ball that it was showing. That gave us confidence that there will indeed be some newness and freshness in the items, which is a good thing to see. Honestly, I think the biggest relief in the entire trailer was seeing that strange, it was almost like a robot dragon looking thing, and then also there was like a worm-like creature in a cavern that Link was fighting with fire. Those things kind of gave me confidence that they will be adding more variety and intrigue to the bosses this time around. Like that mechanical dragon thing really looked like it could have its own unique strategy for taking it down with a specific item. And even if that worm thing is even just a mini boss, that's just so welcome to have more variety there, because that was really lacking, and I really love my boss fights. One thing that left me concerned, just a small amount, was, well, we see that the sky is opened up to explore. It's just this sprawling new area. But I'm just concerned that that's the only new thing that they have in store for us. I think it would also be great if there was cave systems. Perhaps there are tremors that are caused when Hyrule Castle rises into the air. Because what I'm thinking is that maybe those sky islands were already there. They might not have been things that rose up, but maybe when Hyrule Castle rises up, there are tremors that open up new caverns to explore. Another thing that I think is essential is more islands in the water for the player to explore, and underwater exploration in the first place, like we had in Twilight Princess. I think those would be really important additional things to really freshen it up. But the sky is already looking to be huge. A huge change, but I really hope that's not all that's in store for us. Maybe I'm just a little bit greedy. Yeah, so the bosses looking really good, items, the world is certainly, I am confident that they're doing what they can to change it up. Another slight thing that left me a little bit concerned was the Talus enemy that we saw with the Bokoblin camp on top of it, which is a really interesting idea, but it seems a little bit too simplistic. I think they need to add more to the overworld than just pasting things together. I'm sure that's not all they're doing, like pasting enemy camps on top of Taluses. Like, I want there to be more overworld bosses that weren't there before, more overworld things to do. Besides just like conglomerating certain things together to spice it up a little bit, because even those will get old just as the original overworld bosses did. One interesting thing was that we didn't really see as much of the creepiness this time around, and that's also because we didn't see a lot of the story. So I'm really just hoping, and I mean, I expect it to be true, but hoping that that is still a big part of the game, that the story itself and a lot of moments in it are more dark in tone and more creepy and spooky and things like that. So overall, like I said, a really, really nice little trailer. As you may have seen in my other videos, I have a lot of reservations about Breath of the Wild, a lot of things that I want them to improve in the sequel, and it's almost unrealistic how many things there are. I still like Breath of the Wild, but I was concerned that maybe this would be a little bit too much of the same thing, and I would maybe be disappointed. And I was hoping if I was disappointed, I would at least be let down before I was actually playing it. So that was one reason I decided, you know, I'll watch this new trailer, even though it might spoil some things. But overall, I'm really feeling good about it, and I just have a couple tiny little reservations, but I'm sure that's just because of the small amount that they showed. And I overall have really, really high hopes. It's looking really good, really cool. Some of the new progression mechanics seem very interesting. Some of the kind of Zonai looking powers, or maybe just the things from his new arm that Link is able to do, kind of, I don't want to say phasing because it's not quite that, but phasing through the ground, looking really, really good, and I hope to see more of it, but not too much more. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. It really helps support the channel. It means a lot. I'm trying to expand the channel. That's all I've got for you today. Until next time, everybody, have a fantastical day.